Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Guild Ball quick match report. I'm giving Insidiously Mad a bit of tournament practice with his Corsair against my Theron. This is my third game with Theron, so maybe playing me is of rather dubious value, but it's a good excuse to get a game. So I have chosen these cards: Sell it to the crowd, what's that? Stick to the something, full back or full backs, hunker down, grudge match. Professional. I lose the roll-off and so get told to kick. My squad consists of Fahad, Theron, Original Hearn, Zerola, Jakar and Veteran Minx. Facing Original Siren, Corsair, Hag, Angel, that's an interesting one, Gutter, and whatever that thing's called, Salt, the otter rat thing. I think my opponent was trying to decide which models would be in his 10, so he's, I think Angel and Salt are battling it out. So for kickoff, I've kicked with Veteran Minx. Previously, I've liked kicking with Theron. I understand Jakar is the more popular choice, and after a few more games, I've started to come around to that opinion too. But with Corsair's lure and drag threat, and the importance of Theron to my team, I really don't feel like putting him in that kind of vulnerable position. So I decided to try out Veteran Minx's kickoff pressure, and if it doesn't work, then she's fairly durable, and hopefully it'll be okay. I stuck her over this side so that she could try to benefit from a bit of protection from this rough ground, stopping the fish getting to her so easily. And I had forgotten at this point that she is not light-footed. I get a decent kick, just dinking the ball over the line, and it's collected by the otter, who passes it back to its teammates, and then comes out over onto the wing, where I subsequently forget it's there and think it's a piece of terrain for the rest of the game. I move Fahad up to stand by this rock, and my thinking here is I'm trying to create a roadblock for Theron to walk up behind him and shoot arrows and not be able to be dragged or hit through him if I possibly can. Hag uses her ability to push all the fish up, and basically the rough ground is stopping me from being able to get into range to reliably tackle the ball and score with Minx, so it's really not very much kickoff pressure, unfortunately. So with the fish so far up the pitch, unactivated, I'm a little bit worried about Veteran Minx getting dragged in and killed before I can put any damage on. I'm trying to think who had the ball at this point. I think Angel had received the pass back. But anyway, the board state was such that I felt I had to go with Theron now to try to mitigate damage. So I set up the forest between Veteran Minx and Corsair, 8 inches away from Original Hearn, sprint up to the rock to get within range of Angel, pin Corsair, snipe Angel with the benefit of Sunstrike, and I think maybe I sniped her again with the heroic. So if Corsair wants to do anything to Theron, he's got one activation before I pull him away with Zerola. He wastes an activation with Gutter instead, and so Zerola goes, moving Theron away. The ball's found its way to Corsair, so maybe Angel didn't have it. It's been a while since I played this game. I think Siren tried to come up and lure Theron forwards and failed, so Corsair doesn't really have a lot to do other than take out his rage on the cat, killing Fahad, 1 point to the fisherman, and I use Hearn and Veteran Minx to gangbang Angel and leave her pretty damaged whilst she dodges away. So going into turn 2, I play Grudge Match, and Insidiously Mad plays Seize the Initiative. I have more momentum still, so I go first, which means I dodge Theron up the pitch to get more involved, and he dodges Angel round to be protected by Corsair. Curses. I go first with Jakar, going in on Angel under the pretext of trying to kill her. She counterattacks and dodges away, but my real target is Corsair, who I gut and string and drop my trap by, do a little damage, and then dodge away behind the rock. Gutter goes in on Hearn and does the splash damage thing to Veteran Minx and Hearn, doing quite a lot of damage, really quite nasty. Oh, I forgot to mention, I singled out Gutter and Insidiously Mad singled out Hearn this turn. So Hearn attacks back, doing some damage on Gutter, just whittling her down. Angel moves back to the safety of the rock and Corsair, putting up her defensive ability. Then Theron goes in and frickin' 1 round Siren. Oh, that was so good. 2-1 to the Hunters. Veteran Minx dances round Gutter as I try to build momentum and maybe do a little bit of damage. Not sure why I end up so close to Corsair. I might have been dragged, that's it. So I think he dragged her in and knocked her down, started beating her up a bit. Oh, and you'll notice this forest that Theron dropped is basically stopping Angel from getting the snapshots. I think she's got super shot or something up, which means that she would be in range to get a many dice snapshot. But because she can't see, my opponent didn't fancy his chances. I mean, I still think he should have taken the shot, but the ball is so difficult to get off Corsair, and maybe he didn't feel he really needed to spend the ball right now, as I've got a reasonably good snap return shot lane lined up, and this scrum is probably in the fish's favour. So one of us has got massive amounts of momentum. I play hunker down, and the fish play go for the knees. I can't remember who goes first, but I think it was probably the fish. And yeah, gutter with the extra tack annihilates Minx and Zero Hearn. 5-2 to the fish. That was a pretty big blow. We can see Sirens come on by this fast terrain, and Fahad has come on to check her. Jakar does his thing again, gut and stringing, putting trap down by Corsair. I probably should have tried to get the ball here, but didn't. So Angel has gone up and put up her extra special shot and her extra defense and everything, looking for that crazy snapshot. So Theron goes, sticks the forest down between them to make the pass more difficult. He then, I think we knock down Hag, do a little bit of damage, and snipe Corsair to make that pass even more pain. And with gut and string and the trap and snared, he's not moving anywhere. I'll tell a lie, he does try. So he legendaries and sprints into the forest. But between snipe and the negative, the forest gives him cancelling out his legendary extra kick. He misses the pass, and it scatters over to sit by the hunter goal, and then takes out his rage by knocking down Zarola. I really messed her up. I think I've already activated her and wasted. What did I do? I must have midnight offering somebody, maybe Fahad, as he was being locked down by the otter. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't go back and get that ball. Siren and Fahad are pillow fighting over here, and Hag gets up and tries to put a little bit of distance between herself and Theron. Perhaps she pushed him, I can't remember. Pushed Corsair. So going to next turn, I play fullback, Insidiously Mad plays Dig Deep. I get the initiative, I bring Veteran Minx back on over here by the goal line, Hearn in from the side, and then I get an amazing activation where I pick the ball up, charge Angel, kill her, and I was going to punt the ball upfield, but I decided that, so with my last influence, I could either punt the ball upfield or kill Angel. And given she could probably just go and immediately get it back, or Corsair could, and given that I've been trying to kill her all game and still haven't, I felt honor demanded she had to die, and so kill her. So Hunter is on 4 points to the Fish's 5, and also drop down a load of traps. Not sure how I got to. I definitely used my last influence to kill Angel. Who knows? But yeah, they're waiting for the inevitable Corsair attack, and I've unsnapped the ball so that someone else can potentially get it. Corsair does go in, he does get the ball and passes it or kicks it back out over to where I'm never getting it back. But otherwise doesn't really do a whole lot to Veteran Minx. Love that 5-1. My clock is extremely low now, I might even have clocked out. So I'm just looking at ways to get final points, however I can. Jakar goes in on Corsair, push dodges him around to get in position to dodge out into Hag, and maybe do 1 or 2 points of damage to her, but trying to provide a crowd out for Theron. Gutter passes the ball to the otter. Theron goes and kills Hag. 6 points to the hunters, and it must be at least 8 points to the fish by now, due to my clock out. Salt goes and sinks the game with a mascot goal. Well played, Barrel Weasel. Really, really good game. Really enjoyed that. My clock management has got to get better. I keep giving away games because of that. Pinning Corsair down with Jakar was pretty good, although him being here in the centre sort of didn't really matter that he couldn't move too much. Or at least Hag's pushes were enough, as he was still perfectly capable of influencing the game, taking out players, moving the ball around. Going around the edges, killing the weaker fish players was really good with Theron. Had some good dice there, I think, to get through Siren's defenses. I think the crucial thing was losing Minx and Hearn to freaking gutter. I mean, she's so nasty, and obviously with Corsair around to help her, she can do some nice work. But yeah, gutter needed to die much earlier, and I needed not to put two people so close where she could scything blow them off the table. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'll catch you on the next one.